Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Satish. In this video, we are going to discuss about Streamlit. Before jumping to the video, we need to understand what problem Streamlit is solving. Streamlit is a web development tool. It creates a front end of the application. But there are so many amazing tools available there like a Django, React, Flask. Then what is special with the Streamlit? The Streamlit is solving the problem in machine learning area. All the data scientists, they usually work in a Jupyter notebooks. They create their model in the Jupyter notebook. They visualize in the Jupyter notebook. They do all work in the Jupyter notebooks. But whenever they want to show the results to the stakeholders, they cannot simply show the Jupyter notebooks to the stakeholders because they might not understand what this Python code is and it is very irrelevant for them. So it is better to show it in a simple web page. And all the traditional applications, you need to know a lot of things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. By using Streamlit, it is very easy and fast to develop a web page. You can't believe it just requires only 2 lines of code to launch a web page. I'll show you in a while. Let me share my screen. So here we have a Visual Studio Code with empty folder called Streamlit, and let me open a command prompt here. We just need a Python and pip as a prerequisite, nothing else. So we can install Streamlit using a pip install Streamlit and just hit enter. So as soon as you install the application, just type Streamlit and then hello. So this is the demo page which is launched as soon as we hit Streamlit hello. This page itself is showing some example how to read a data frame. For example, here if you want to add some filters or remove some filters like India, etc. Okay, and also like plotting some kind of a graphs in this page. It is not fun, right? Because this is just a demo app, but we want to create something on our own. So let me go back to the Visual Studio Code. I'm creating a file called myapp.py. Here, as I said, you just need 2 lines of code, which is a import Streamlit as st, and then I'll use a title. Welcome to Streamlit tutorial. As soon as you completed writing your code, just go to your command prompt. Let me clear the screen and just run Streamlit, then run and name of your file. Just hit enter. Okay, here it is launching a page now. You can see it's again on the localhost 8501. So whatever the content we have given, it is showing up here. Welcome to Streamlit tutorial. It is as simple as that. So how many lines of code we have written? It is just 2 lines of code which is launched our web page. So like that, there are several inbuilt functions available in Streamlit. Let me go through all of them. Here I have created a small utility. In fact, this utility itself is created using Streamlit. And here there are text elements. If you click on it, you can see what are the things. Now we have used title, right? So if you click on this title, it will show some kind of a help page for the title, and also it will give you some example what you need to do. This is what exactly we have done, like import Streamlit as a st, and then we did like a st.title. Similarly, there are all other things are available here like a caption, badge, all of them. Let me go through each one of them, then you can understand. Maybe let me minimize this tool. Let me put it on the left side, and so that parallel you can see what is going on as we are progressing. So what are the other keywords we have here? The first one, as I told you, title. Then the next one is a caption. So this is a caption. Just save it. You don't need to restart the application. Just save it. So here it detected our file is changed. So you can rerun it, or you can simply click on always run so that it will get all our changes. Okay. After caption, you can also done like something like a header, subheader, and then the text. These are all like going in an order. Like this one is a h1 tag, then this is a h2 tag, and this is a h3, and this is the normal text. You can also write some markdown like this. This is a markdown text with the italic and bold text. And then if you want to display some kind of a code here, And also you can add the line numbers also as a true, so that it will display the line numbers one. So let's assume I want to write a multiple lines code here. Let me put 3 colons here, and then here also. Maybe I want to put another print. Hey. Okay, so you can see this over here. So this is another print command which is came in a line number 2, st.badge. So if you want to display some kind of a badge or something, it will show up here. I think you can also change the color of the badge, like a color to orange or red, anything you want. Let's say green. There is another tool called st.echo. This is mainly useful in case if you want to print the code as well as its output. For example, a equal to 10 and then b equal to 20, and then if you want to write a sum of a plus b, this will show up here. So see, it is like a writing code as well as the output. And after this we have status elements. For example, if you want to display some success message, this is a success message, then it will show up here in a green color. And similarly the info message which comes in a blue color, and then the warning which comes in a yellow, and then the error which show up in a red color. And there is another one called the st.exception. It will show a exception here. This is very good to display the stack trace of the errors. This is pretty basic, right? No fun. Let me show you something interesting. For example, let us build a progress bar which shows the progress of a particular activity. Let's give maybe the progress text as a downloading in progress. Oh, this is good. Operation in progress, please wait. And then let's assign it to my bar equal to st progress, and the initial value I'm putting it as 0, and the text we are giving it as a progress test. And then let's try to increment it. Now maybe what we can do is we can let's use a for loop %complete, and then let's use as it is. The system is giving me some suggestions. I'm using those suggestions as it is. So here you can see the operation. It is pretty fast. Maybe let me introduce some time delay, time.sleep. Then it will go slow. I think we need to import the time as well since we are using it. Let me import the time. Import time. Save it. Then we should be good now. See, if you see here, the progress bar is slowly going. Here I just added a time delay, but in the reality the actual use cases will be like, let's suppose you are training a model or you are downloading something. You can put that into this progress bar so that it will show the progress over there. And also there is another amazing tool called spinner. The spinner is like it acts similar to the progress bar, but it will just kind of loads over here. Let this run, or let me click on always rerun. Oh, there is a syntax error. What is that? With spinner. Yeah, we need to put with in front of the spinner. That's all. So once this progress bar is done, you can see a nice spinner. See here, this goes loading for 2 seconds, right? Similarly, there is also another utility called status, or let me comment it out so that our page operation will be faster. So if you are running a multiple operations and if you want to show their progress, then you can click on this one. It's like searching, found URL, downloading, like this. It will show a status of all those elements. Let me comment these operations. We introduced some delays over there. And then let me show you, there is another funny utility called balloons. Let me click on always rerun. As soon as it launched, it will just show a balloon. maybe it makes more sense if you put it in a some button, like for example button instead of click me, let me put it as a kind of celebrate. And then if this button is clicked, then I want to launch the balloons. As soon as we click it, the balloons are coming up. Similar to balloon, there is another utility called snow. So it works in a similar way, but the snow will fall from the top. Amazing. With this, we have completed text elements and the status elements. Let me go through the input widgets. This is most important thing because actually we have seen one of the input widgets already. The button is one of them, one of the input. And then after that, st.text input. So it will take the input, or maybe we can put, instead of enter some text, we can put it something like username or something. It makes more sense to build some kind of a form. Okay. And then we do not have a password like a st.password over here, but what we can do is we can use the same text input and then type equal to password. Username is Satish and the password is do you want to see what password I have given? If you come this long, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, enough promotion. And then we have st.number input. Enter any number. The number input takes three values, like what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, at what step we need to increase or decrease. And then we have we also have a text area which shows like some multi-line text, so we can write multiple lines over here. This is my text in multiple lines. Okay, and then we can do a date input. See, this is a nice date field. We can choose these dates, and then we can also write time input similar to the date. Let me scroll down here. You can see the time input, and then you can have it. Oh yeah, color picker is also another amazing tool. See, from here you can choose whatever the color you want. Maybe let me go to some red color or something. Yeah, something like this. And then in fact you can print all these values in the web portal. For example, let me show you this. Let's assign this value to a variable called d, and then you can print it over here, right? And then d. See, or you can just choose some other date. It will change over here as well. And then we have some toggle button, like enable. See, the nice enable and disable toggle button. And then a radio button. Maybe let's put gender, and the options are male, female, other. So you can choose the gender, male, female, other, whatever you want. And then the checkbox. This is a nice like a checkbox over here. And then you can add a drop down box as well called a select box. You can put multiple options over here. And then you can also give a multi-select box. For example, there are multiple options. If you want to choose not only single one, then you can use this one. I want a banana, I want apple, etc. And then What else do we have? st dot slider. Oh, this is amazing tool. Like we can choose a slider over here, and you can also choose a single value. Let's say maybe if I want to put it in a 0, it will show up here. Then you can just drag this any place within that range. And I will show you another amazing feature now. This is called, for example, you have multiple options. Let's say you have option 1, option 2, option 3. And if you need to choose among these options, there is a feature called pills. Like a choose options, and the options it will show in a nicer way here. Option 1, option 2, and option 3. And there is another similar thing which is called segmented control. Segmented control, choose option and options. The only difference between pills and segmented control is the pills looks like a small pill shaped icons, and the segmented control is stacked into a single bar over here. More or less its operation is similar. And there is another amazing utility called feedback. It will accept 3 type of options. One is called stars, like how many star rating you are giving. Thumbs, so it will be like dislike kind of a buttons over here, like and dislike. The another one is called faces. It will give the mood, you can select among them. So with this we have completed with the input widgets. If anything is left, you can just give a try on your own.